Okay, that's better now, guys. Hey, guys, happy Monday. Namaste. God bless. How are all of you? I wanted to get a good still shot because on the last couple of videos for America's Mentor, I've it's coming out like this. You know how they get it like half in the clip, it comes out all distorted. So I was just getting a nice still shot. So happy Monday to you. Hopefully you guys are all well. I'm getting past my sillies here. But I wanted to share. I'm still laughing at myself. I amuse myself. But to get to my point, today is a special day. It's National Frosted Cookie Day. Yeah, if that makes any sense to you guys. But coming from a baker, your humble correspondent here, who's make a couple of thousand of those every single day, it's a good day. But most importantly, it is National Ballpoint Pen Day. How is that relevant? Well, to a nerd like me, this is God. I mean, anybody who delves in the field of writing. It's funny because I failed English every year I was in high school. You know, I'm a published author, and the power of pen to paper will literally and can literally change your life. And I love bringing stories like this about those simple little things, all those clumped together in that old coffee cup, of how I dictate my life every day. And the power of journaling for me has literally changed everything. I think I have, at least from the past 10 years, about 20 or 25 of these cosmopolitan books. I mean, 50 cents in Walmart. I think they're actually 75 now with inflation. But with these here, it's your best friend. It became my best friend, where now is a ritual every single day. I get up and literally will dictate the life that I want to create, have created, to give thanks for what I've created, and on the way we go and go and go. It's expanded from a few paragraphs down to pages of dictation every single day. And a lot of you guys, I get it, you don't have time for that. It's not interesting to you, which is fine too. Meditation does that, walks do that. But the morning foundation and the ritual for me that has literally changed my life is the National Ballpoint Pen. And I give an attitude, which is one of the words in the quote box tonight, an attitude of gratitude every day on these pages that I submit. It's created a book out of nowhere. It's created the vehicles I've driven, the money that I've made and are making, and the more I am making. It even dictated a new place that I'm going to be moving into pretty soon. It's funny because I've been dictating now for, and here's the point of, I'll get to my little story about the new place. What this does, and this is why people can grasp and understand this, what this does, this puts you in the state of mind and the energy and the frequency to attract what you want by dictating and delegating time every single day to what you want to bring to light. In other words, create it out of thin air. This is my energy point. This is my foundation, my starting source. Some people have other areas of their life that they use per se, like I said, meditation and walks. I use the journal as my starting point. And the whole point of journaling, not only are you putting pen to paper, you're putting energy to paper. You're putting power to paper. And you're putting yourself out there for the universe to open up the doors to a new realm that you've always wanted to have in your life. It's the kingdom before the kingdom. It's the creation before the creation, because you're in that state of mind and you're in the frequency to attach to the same frequency to bring what you want in life. That's what journaling does for me. It's that hour of power that I give myself every single day. You know, people have self-care of, getting their nails done, or the man cave, watching sports. That's all fine and well. I mean, I don't, whatever makes you happy, I am all in for. But to a person like myself who wants to to know and grow and understand how the mind works, because it's my passion. I love how the mind works, and you're literally creating something out of nothing, and you're creating something out of virtual waves of energy in your life, and it's fascinating to me. It's fascinating to bring that out. But what will stop me? And I'm stuttering here. What will stop all of that creation? That's the question that I had to learn from all those journals. What was stopping me was me. It was my attitude about life in general that I had to recondition myself from. And it was my own little shrink, per se, that I had to go through in a lot of ways in my life, because I wanted to bring certain things, but I still had the attitude of where I was, and I'm trying to dictate the person I wanted to become. It was the inner Civil War battle. It took a little bit of time, but in a lot of ways, it was the best medicine, because you're facing, if you face your fears, or your fears are going to face you. You got to face this stuff. You got to get in its face and say, wait a minute, you don't control me anymore. And journaling for me was my key to open the new realm of thinking, hence a new source of energy I was feeling every day, a new frequency I was sending out every day, and a new life I was creating and are still creating today. That all came about from today's reel, with much love for the views on the last couple of days on the reels. But I know it was so kind of, if you guys saw, it was so kind of, oh, it was cute. Had a car with a little flat tire on it, man. It said a bad attitude is like a flat tire. You can't go anywhere until you change it. I mean, attitude is everything. Your attitude about life dictates what you bring in life. It saved a man's life, one man in particular, from Nazi Germany, Viktor Frankl. One of the first books I read. I mean, I'm the only guy who goes to Barnes & Noble. I used to go to Barnes & Noble when I had time. I was the guy you would see sitting in the middle of the floor. I was reading books, man. I was just infatuated by the word. But my first book was a little book that I bought in Keene, New Hampshire. I was on assignment I was teaching up there, and it was called Man's Search for Meaning. And here I am, got a great job, literally traveling all over the place, had a great family at home, white picket fence, but yet I was miserable. I mean, how many of you can relate? You have it all, but it's not the all that you want. And I say that respectfully. I was blessed. I knew that. But in Man's Search for Meaning, Viktor Frankl, a Vietnamese psychologist, denoted the fact that he was surrounded by death every single day, in every facet, in every form. But what helped him get through it and helped him to build a rapport with the guards and to gain certain freedoms and everything else was his attitude about where he was. And our greatest freedom was out of the quote box tonight. Our greatest freedom is the freedom to change our attitude. And those powerful words, like the flat tire, until you change your attitude about life, nothing will change. You think you're a positive thinker. You think you have all these things mastered in life, but deep down, those sponsoring thoughts in your subconscious mind about, will it happen again, or this can happen to me, or I'm not good enough for you. It's like Rocky, getting hit in the face. You actually start to like it after a while. It's like the Stockholm syndrome. You get used to getting your ass kicked 24/7, and then you actually think it's part of life. It's not. It's not. It's you getting over the humps of who you used to be. Attitude is a position assumed. It's you changing the position you've assumed in life. You go from one stance about life to another stance. You go from a stance of a closed, scarred, hurt self to an open stance of love, abundance, and peace. And watch how your life will change. Plato stated it brilliantly. I mean, this guy, before all these physical realities came into effect to prove all of their assumptions and notions back thousands of years ago, he wrote, human behavior flows from three main sources, all attributed to attitude: desire, to long or to hope for; emotion, a state of feeling; and knowledge, the fact or condition of being aware. I can't stress enough that if you guys want a better life, and granted, it doesn't have none. The echelon is not about monetary or things that are tangible. It's about in here. This is what I was searching for. Man's search for meaning for me was me being who I've always wanted to be, and not to be something that I wasn't. And most importantly, not be afraid to be that person that I've always wanted to be. It was a daunting task at first, because you got your old self, you got the devil on the left side and the angel on the right, and they're fighting each other. Go back to the old ways. It's more comfy and cozy. Or you can try this new way where maybe it'll turn out okay. If you have the attitude that it's going to happen. And Plato was brilliant on his assumption on that, because attitude starts everything, because attitude affects what? Our behavior. The way in which someone conducts oneself. Hence, with synonyms of actions, address, in other words, where you've parked yourself, your stance, and your demeanor. When you guys can grasp, like they were saying, living the attitude of gratitude, that is a brilliant way to live, because basically you're just grateful for being alive. When you're grateful for the simple things, is when you start creating the bigger things you want in life, because you start realizing all the good in everything instead of all the bad that you've been accustomed to seeing in life. Even though the beautiful things are right in front of you, you don't see them because of your stance on life. You're only focusing and facing on one direction of how you see things. When you change your mental state is when you start changing your physical state. This is what I got confused with in many ways, being taught with goal setting and this and that about, you have to, out there, go get it, hustle, grind, beat, kick ass. And that's a farce, man. Success is an inside job. Your inside life becomes your outside world. Your lifestyle is determined by how you think. And when you realize what kind of feelings you're carrying every single day and how you feel about life, hence, like I said before in the last show, your perception, then life can only mold around that, because what? It's your energy. It's your frequency. It's what you're emitting every single day. So let this little Monday motivation segment of America's Mentor give you guys some insight that everything starts within. It's all an inside job. Everything that you've ever wanted or desired in life all started within here and manifested out there. But how should we say, mentally approach your desires? Like a lot of us want to get into relationships or a new relationship or something in life, but you're still carrying the old relationships. You're going to manifest a relationship of the same matter as the old relationship. Hence the hamster wheel of effect that you're gaining in your life. You just keep re-manifesting old beliefs and tangible effects in your life. So when this starts making sense to you, you'll start understanding that attitude about life is the greatest freedom. It's the gift that keeps on giving. It's you believing in yourself without limits, and you understanding yourself from a different perspective in life, that you can now move forward with your shoulders up, your chest out, pardon the pun for our lady friends, but your chest out, knowing that you're going to get what you want. Think about it for yourself. Think about it, the fact that you can have anything you desire. You really can. And getting back to the point about the journaling, and I'll let you guys enjoy your Monday night. It's funny. I've been journaling the past 3 weeks, literally journaling and seeing a new place that I want to get for Victoria and myself. I want to increase the studio for America's Mentor, obviously, and give us some more room to play. We're in this loft here. It's beautiful. I'm blessed to have it, but I just wanted to get something bigger. And sure, holy hell, I get a phone call today from the management company of this complex. And I forgot I had told them a year ago that maybe I want to look into something else, maybe after my lease expires. And sure, holy hell, almost to the day that my lease comes out, the new place here that I'm going to look at tomorrow opens up. And if you guys don't believe in the power of journaling, I get it, but know that there is power in the unseen of thought, the power of your emotions, the power of your energy, the power of yourself to create anything you want. Granted, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but all I know is That's pretty funny. I look at my journal, it's like, here we go again. You know, creation from the creation. The mind thinking, the reality fact. And it's great because when you start seeing results like this from your journaling or you're meditating or you're just reflecting every morning, you're giving yourself that hour of power. How many of you can actually do that? Because when you start giving yourself that kind of self-care, that kind of mental health, you'll start realizing where you're going in life. You'll start understanding the realm of thinking that's creating your outside world. It's a beautiful way of living, guys. So think about it for yourself. I'm going to head over and do some stuff back here, man, guys. America's Mentor _radio on Instagram, at America's Mentor on X, guys. Follow me, Jerry Maldonado 2, Jerry Maldonado 2, for unique information as I'm spitting on the phone. For unique information to help you to your destination, guys. Thank you so much. Happy Monday. It's ballpoint pen day. I'm going to get back to some writing, guys. Enjoy your Monday, guys. I'm silly, man. I'll see you guys soon.